Hello and welcome to Wyverns and Weirdos, D&D podcast set in the world of Fierlor. Any announcements we got, guys, for the 24th of August?
Nope. Hope you're taking care. We love you.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening.
Happy birthday if it's your birthday. I can't think of that if there's anyone who I know whose birthday it is.
I mean, on that note, 3 days time, mine.
That's true.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
happy
right.
birthday to Darby soon.
Um,
Happy birthday week to Darby.
You literally said it last episode,
Yeah.
and my brain's like, we've already recorded that bit, so you can forget everything.
yeah. I'm gonna plug quarantine again. Yeah, there'll be a link in the description. I wrote the theme music. Okay. Anything else? Nope.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, and without further ado, let's get into another episode of Wyverns and Weirdos.
Welcome to Wyverns and Weirdos. We're back.
That's the intro. So, where we last left off, the party discovered the incredibly exhausted and drained Bertie after getting worried about him and seeking him out, and brought him to rest at the keep of the Fellowship of Halloween. So Bertie took to rest. He was given some magical healing through a greater restoration by the Fellowship's cleric, Jazane. And Neumann and Anya were given the tour of the keep and had dinner with those members of the Fellowship who were at the keep. So, is there anything you guys wanted to do with the evening?
Not really.
Well, Neumann wants to find Us because is Us still out there looking?
I mean, us returned and had dinner with you guys.
Okay, cool, cool.
Yeah.
Also, and I meant to talk about this between the break, but wasn't there something to do with like a crazy cat lady?
Yeah, I was hoping she would have had
Yeah.
the restoration spells, but
see, these are all Eddie and Jake's old campaign characters, pretty much.
I'm pretty
for
sure there's
people who
Yeah,
were
so-
perplexed.
random NPC though. Like,
so if you haven't picked up by all of the inside jokes and like giggles that
There are
Jake and I have been
many
doing,
inside jokes.
the majority of these characters are characters that we've either played as or played alongside of in our previous main campaign.
I mean, it's been many years.
It's been many years,
Yes.
so it's very delightful for
I
us.
mean, for us, it's been about what, a year and a half since we left these characters.
quite some
Longer, I
time
feel.
ago, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways,
Anyway,
yeah. So I don't know. Neumann wants to thank Us for his help, so he's gonna go up to us and be like, "So, look, I don't know if you were successful or not, but I found who we were looking for. But I appreciate the help, anyways. I didn't actually hear from your friend. Do you want cash for the help, or
I'm trying to think.
are you happy?
Did you use an accent for us?
Yes, I did. It was like just say the word potion or potions,
Uh,
but like really low pitched, and I think it was like portion,
portion. Okay.
portion. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't
you
know
got
what
it.
that is. I
Oh.
don't think it was quite Russian or anything like that, but it was something along
It
the
was
lines of that.
just a noise that you made with your mouth.
Yeah.
It is all good. All in a day's work.
Oh, okay, perfect. Well, I appreciate the help. I have to admit though, this is quite impressive. This get up. Like all these cool markings and stuff. I haven't met too many Aarakocra. Do you all have these sort of markings or?
It depends on where you are from.
Jake testing Darby on the backstory knowledge of Jake's specific character's lore.
I am from Tozawa myself.
Okay, yeah, fair enough, fair enough. But yeah, no, it's just really impressive. So, how do you know all these guys? Did you adventure with them the entire time, or?
I encountered them shortly after the death curse of a few years before Conrad's ascension.
So Neumann, I think he's aware of Conrad's ascension, but would he be aware of the death curse?
Roll me a history check. 'Cause Newman was quite young when it happened.
13, 17.
17. You're vaguely aware of it. It's not really spoken of that often. It was basically this period where people couldn't be brought back from the dead, and anyone who had previously been brought back from the dead kind of slowly felt themselves being drained.
Yeah, no, I've heard of that. It sounded pretty problematic, actually. So yeah, I guess you guys sort of did a really good job with that one, because I'm sure that would have affected quite a few people, actually.
Yes, it did.
Did you guys do that just out of the goodness of your heart, or was it like a paid job?
I wasn't involved in that one. I came on after the death curse.
Oh, rightio, fair enough.
I was sent to look into it by my people, but by the time I found the source, they had dealt with it.
Oh, okay, fair enough. But yeah, so yeah, I want to like learn more about you guys. It's just so interesting. Most of the people who we talk about, they're not as friendly with each other. Like, say for example, our friends at the convocation. I'm pretty sure they all secretly hate each other or something like that.
Oh, my darling, I do not think that it is necessarily a secret.
It's just it's so strange to see everyone getting along, and it reminds me of our own party. Like everyone just gets along.
There is a difference. I mean, there are clashes within this party. The gnome and the dwarf, if you ever meet her, they do not get along at all.
The dwarf.
Yes.
Well, you had even more people in your party.
Only by a few.
Newman, we met Parenthia. She was part of this fellowship.
Oh, you've met Parenthia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We even saw Parenthia punch the dwarvish queen in the face. That was very interesting.
That tracks. That tracks.
Very aggressive. Very lovely person, though.
And so, yes, that is the thing. Like, you are an adventuring party. Your makeup is a bit more bit more comrade like than an organization like the Arcane Convocation. The Convocation are an organization of wizards who are brought together by outside forces to essentially serve as experts of the arcane. They are not an adventuring party. As such,
Fair enough,
they hold their different opinions and different approaches. Adventuring parties tend to lean towards people of not necessarily the same approaches, but similar approaches to things.
And what about you guys? Do you fall somewhere in the middle, or are you an adventuring party still, or what do you guys do at the moment? Actually,
We tend when you get to our point, you are looked to kind of make sure things do not go awry too much. There's only so much we can do to that end, of course, but it is most of us don't get too much adventuring in compared to the old days. I still do a bit. Jarl still tours around a lot. But I know Parenthia, of course, as you would have met her, does a bit more. Is a bit more retired. As is Chira. I know. She's actually out of town on holidays at the moment, but she has an office in town, where she does her work.
And what does she do?
She's I don't know the word for it, but is health of the mind.
Oh,
She had some sort of I think it was either celestial or primordial name for it, but I don't know.
I know many people who would probably benefit from that.
Well, I could only recommend that you recommend that they see Chira or someone of her ilk.
I'm actually curious. We're actually here, I guess you could say, on vacation at the moment, but we do actually have a task at hand. We're actually here on convocation business, and
Nice.
have you guys had any experience with the Wizards of the Ruin by any chance? We're sort of just having a gander and seeing what they're doing, but things have gotten pretty personal for some of our party members as well, so I think it's slowly turning into a little bit more than that.
I cannot say that we have. If we have, then we did not recognize them as such. No, I apologize.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Do you reckon anyone here might have had experience, or anyone might be able to at least have any knowledge regarding them? Because right now, as far as I'm aware, we're as done as can be at the moment. Where we are, so I think it's off back home.
I don't.
soon.
Yeah, I can't. Maybe Jal might have read something on them at some point, but beyond that, I do not know.
That's all good. Well, thank you for the chat. Greatly appreciated. And you guys have a lovely place here, I have to admit.
It was bequeathed to us by the Council of the Many. So it is quite nice.
Deserved, by the sounds of it.
I mean, I fought in that battle. I did not get the castle.
It was not for that battle. It was.
Oh, well, then that is fine then.
I like you.
I like you too, Birdman. Another round.
Of course.
She drinks.
There. And yeah, you party it up a bit more. Well, not party, but like you
Have a few drinks.
have a
and
few drinks. Enjoy the
Get to know
the,
this.
the company.
Yeah.
And eventually you retire for the evening. And so come the next morning, Bertie, you regain or you lose 1 level of exhaustion.
Oh yes, excellent.
Which
Cool. That's good. It's
I
bonus.
think
Did you guys end up using the staff more than once, or?
no
No.
was offered, but
That's all good.
yeah. So you no longer have disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws.
Cool.
But you still
Awesome.
have disadvantage on skill checks.
Yeah, I think I'm still slow.
Yes, and
Yes.
and your speed is still halved. And your hit point maximum also is reduced to 58.
Okay, that's fine. Nothing to worry about, I'm sure. Cool. Awesome. Brody wakes up with a headache,
Yeah.
which is not unusual.
How many bottles of empty wine?
Roll me a medicine check though to
Alrighty. That is a 6.
6. Yeah. No, it's you got a headache. You're still a bit sore, but
Yeah,
you're better than yesterday.
cool. And I guess Betty sort of wakes up, like kind of reeling suddenly, trying to figure out where he is, and he's like, "Okay, cool. There's no one next to him. All right, yep." And then just kind of like settles down, and then kind of just like draws his knees up to his chest. And is there a window in the room?
Yeah.
Or it's just
Yeah.
okay. Just looks out the window. And yeah, is again a lot quieter and more contemplative.
It's a nice view.
Nice.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's sort of just, I guess, thinking again about the stuff that happened yesterday. And he sort of like skitters past the empty wine bottle and at his like next to him on the bed, I suppose, and reaches into his backpack and pulls out the little crumpled up like Fethers pamphlet. And he just looks at it and kind of like narrows his eyes. And then just like just like throws it back down on the bed and then just slumps and looks out the window, I suppose. That's what people would view if they were there in that room,
Yeah.
which they're not. But yes. Viewers, that's what you can picture in your mind palace. That's what Bertie's doing.
Yeah.
I suppose he like also studies his left wrist, I suppose, and like tries to like I suppose make a little fist and tries to pulse a bit of energy around. I suppose just stir to see if there's any magic coming there.
Okay. Yeah. So you have access to your warlock spell slots again.
Cool. And then he kind of like just grins, like really wide, all of his teeth, and then he sort of slumps and looks more resigned, and then digs into his backpack and pulls out some paper and some parchment and starts to write.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Anya and Neumann. Is there anything you two are doing as you wake in your separate guest rooms?
Anya, Anya's on vacation. So I think she takes an opportunity to properly bathe and redo her braids.
Okay.
They're still a little messy. They're not perfect.
Of course.
They're clean. And so is she.
That's incredible, actually. Clean Anya. Nourished, clean, flourishing.
Almost
Well,
seem-
not flourishing, but you know, it's Anya.
almost
She's doing
seems-
okay, maybe. Not
Almost
really.
seems
Yeah.
wrong.
Unheard of, unorthodox. Alien. Newman will be donning his armor back on. It deserves a break, so yeah, it doesn't have to act on its own anymore. He'll get back into that. However, it does take him quite some time because it is full plate.
Oh yeah,
Honestly.
true. That's a little bit of work.
But it also, if memory serves, you are able to don or doff it. So it will. Yeah, while it is animated, you can re-enter the armor by spending an action. It takes 6 seconds. It basically
Oh, there you go. Never mind then.
it aids you basically in. It essentially envelopes you in itself.
That's creepy, but also useful.
Think like the Iron Man armor assembling
Yeah,
itself
jeez.
on Tony Stark.
Oh,
Excellent.
Newman. A little bit
Well, yeah.
terrifying, but also awesome.
Going to wear that and then strut down and I guess get ready for some breakfast if it's there.
Alright.
Hey.
It's
We're on holiday, like.
breakfast.
Yeah, there's.
It's breakfast time. I like
fair.
how never once has Darby explicitly said, hey, your characters are taking a break. We're all just like, hey, things are slightly less chaotic for them.
Yeah.
Holiday time.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, the way I see it is there was no set goal in mind, and we were given lots of time, and nothing bad happened so far in this time. So I'm
Yeah,
taking that as a holiday.
Basically a holiday,
The
yeah.
stars have aligned.
Yeah.
So is
Yeah.
everyone going down for breakfast then?
Birdie won't yet.
Birdie won't
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well, so can you imagine the camera cuts back to Birdie. He finishes writing and he sort of like rifles around his little backpack again and gets out like can't find a box at the moment, so he gets out like just a bit of cloth and he carefully rolls up like the letter and then after he looks over a little bit and gets a little bit of wax like he also has in like one of his little sleeves.
Yep.
And seals it. I assume there's like a little like probably a candle or something on the bedside table.
Yeah.
So he seals that and again like shedding petals everywhere I imagine, and he sort of like then wraps that up in a little bit of cloth and he then chucks out a little vial from his coat of like the ash that he always has around to cast like the his little sneaky invisibility spell. And he grimaces a little bit and then just like scatters it across on the bedspread. Then he's like, sorry everyone's despaired, and then with his like finger makes this little arcane marking symbol, and then as with yesterday he kind of like rolls a couple of coins out of like another secret pocket in his jacket, throws it in the middle of the of like the little impromptu dust like ash summoning circle he's kind of like made, and he calls forth the little air elemental that delivers stuff for him.
All right.
And again the slightly strange warped shadowy air elemental, and he hands it a the little wrapped up letter, and he sends it off to he bids it to deliver a letter to Caius.
Alright.
Yeah. And I guess I'll read out. So what he says is this is what presumably Caius will get if he receives it. So it kind of has like a few variations of like different like ways to start the letter. It's like written in this like horrible pink ink that Bertie has. It's like just crosses out things like dear, no. Hi, no. How's it going? No. Then he's basically to Caius and he says, hey man, sorry I couldn't get back to you. I ran out of my magic for a bit. It's all totally fine. Don't worry about that. It happens all the time. You're pretty far from where we are right now, after all. At least I'm guessing. So that doesn't help with the magic, I guess. I just have to rest for a bit. But I'm all fine now, so don't worry. Sounds like you got a lot of stuff to worry about right now and all that. Yeah, so for us, well, we got to Karas. It's been going okay. Mostly intel stuff. These wizards over here seem to be kind of forcing their beliefs and ruling over the folks that live here, so we got asked to help, I guess. The folks, not the wizards. We're visiting some old heroes or something right now. I wasn't around for any of that, so, must be cool for them, I guess. And oh boy, that's right, Neumann also has some shiny armor that I show you guys are gonna... Well, I guess if our paths ever cross for some reason anyway, I know you weren't feeling too great about that stuff at Wild Shade. But yeah, anyway, not super important. Wow, I'm rambling even while I'm writing. Sorry about that. Anyway, are you safe now? Your friends too? I was glad to hear you're still, alive and all that. I thought something real bad happened back there. I was worried. He crosses that out. Well, I hope that some help came your way from somewhere, because I just kind of felt you needed it back then, so I hope that happened somehow. Anyway, this letter is already super long. Sorry about that. I don't want to annoy you too much. I mean, we're just, well, I hope you're safe, and I hope you're feeling better about whatever happened. I'm really sorry about your paw. Bye! Smiley face, smiley face, smiley face, smiley face, smiley face, Birdie. That's what's on the letter.
Oh,
All
winky
right.
face.
Well, they're
And so I take it you send that letter off with
yeah,
the
I guess
speedy courier,
so yeah,
and then
that's cool. And then Birdie kind of sighs, packs up his stuff, and then tries to bounce down the stairs to to find out where the food is. I
All
suppose
right.
that he will probably not eat.
All right.
we go.
So as Birdie comes down the stairs, can I get a wisdom saving throw from Neumann and Anya?
We jinxed ourselves.
Oh no. These guys are all evil, they're gonna murder us.
16.
16?
Not good. Wisdom saving throw. Oh god, it's always wisdom. 6.
6.
Yeah, it's like Anya's just hold the 10.
Yeah.
So, Anya, there's something off about Bertie. He doesn't look necessarily off, but there's something off about him at the moment in a way that is not normally off. Neumann, you are absolutely frightened of Bertie.
Oh. Okay.
Now let's just check Hemo and Jazane as well.
Oh! That'll be funny if they fail the wisdom.
Hemo is fine. Jazane is fine. So and then everyone else is immune to fear of the ones who are here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Birdie. It's fair.
But Neumann, you are afraid of Bertie.
Look, I'm not hungry anymore. I'll be in my room. Okay, bye guys.
Neumann, what?
Bertie, I don't know what you've done, but I don't really want to be around you right now. It just feels
Wow,
it
thanks,
sounds bad,
man.
Neumann!
Wow, okay. I'm
sorry.
back
It's just
to
and he's like running whilst he's saying this stuff, so it's getting more distant. But I'm sorry, I don't mean it, but just And you hear his door slam.
Anya kind of looks
Okay.
in the direction of the door and in the direction of Birdie, like back and forth a couple of times, and her mouth is just agape, and she's like, that was weird even for him. There is something kind of off though, Bertie.
You do get to re-roll a saver at the end of 6 seconds, Neumann.
Yeah.
Are you feeling okay?
That's a very loaded question. But he casts his gaze to see if there's a mirror anywhere. I'd like to just double check. He pulls one out of his coat. He probably has one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing appears off. Like there's the desaturated petals, but that's about all. Of course, what you are looking at in the mirror is the glamoured version of yourself.
Yeah, 100%. But
Um,
so Bay just kind of like slicks his hair back again, like more like flowers kind of sprout from his hair. He like he's obviously trying to like force that a bit more. Like, yeah, I don't know. Okay, cool. Feeling very loved right now, gotta say. Cool. Hey, people, the weird like hero people, do you have any alcohol like for breakfast? Yeah.
Yeah, there's
just, like,
breakfast
walking
ale.
over. He like walks over, just grabs like, cool, great. Excellent.
you all hear like scratching
Cheers.
on Newman's door, and then he locks the door as he rolls a 7.
Aw.
Every
He's like sweating a lot now.
every 6 seconds you do get to make another save, basically.
He's gonna keep rolling badly. Oh,
What
On
a
man.
purpose.
Should I
Okay. Yeah.
check on him or?
I mean, I guess that's, you guys have been around me for more than 3 months, so that tends to be the time that I wear pretty thin on people, so I could not be surprised if, he's just, had enough. That's fair.
Bertie, this
Cool,
is Neumann
cool
we're talking
time.
about. He literally thinks that mayonnaise tastes good. I think he can put up with you for more than 3 months.
Well...
You're really, Bertie? And she leans forward and she puts a hand on Bertie's shoulder. She's like, I mean this from the bottom of my heart. You're not that bad. And then
Good
she
pause
turns around.
there.
And then she turns around and goes to Newman's door, and she kind of
No, you turn around and you see Newman peeking his head out, looking very suspiciously around the corner towards Birdie. He rolls a 16.
That is enough. You are no longer frightened of
Oh
him.
my gosh.
Newman.
But like he's like
here,
looking at you like
kitty.
with like really, really sly eyes, like
Newman, were
Like
you possessed
investigating
by
you.
the? Were you possessed by the Fae again? Is that what this is?
no.
Do we need to destroy
Um,
another sword?
Birdie, are you okay? Are you feeling okay?
Again, a very difficult question to answer. Feeling a little personally hurt right now, I must say.
Sorry.
Roll me an Arcana check, Newman.
Yeah, and I was just gonna say he's felt this before, fighting certain things with lots of eyes. So an Arcana check, that's a 14.
14. Yeah, it was definitely a magical fear effect of some sort.
So look, I'm sorry about what I said earlier, but every single fiber of my being was terrified of you for a second, and I just had to get away because I've never felt that uncomfortable for a very long time. Not since the Beholder fight that we had a while ago. I'm pretty sure the very same thing just happened. I think that was magical as well.
Okay, well,
Did you cast a spell by any chance?
No, I didn't. My magic's been kind of weird lately, so maybe that's it. Who knows? I mean, I am a great magic person, but yeah, you know, sometimes we just
we need to go
kind of...
get that checked out. Like
Um,
that.
Are there any servants in the room?
to take it.
Yeah, they haven't really been getting close enough to be within the range.
Alright.
Because they're not really,
Disconcerting
because
within
they're
the
not,
range.
well, because they're not really using the. So you noticed, it was when for Newman, it was when he got within about 30 feet. When Birdie got within about 30 feet of him.
Yeah, it was like when I got close to you. How do we test this? Because no, his drones would be immune to that sort of thing. Who isn't here? Is everyone here that's part of this the fellowship? Are they all here?
Everyone who is in town, as far as you are aware.
All right. Did you guys feel anything, or was that just me? He
As
gestures
far
to
as we can
everyone.
tell, it was just you.
Well, this is a fun morning.
Hang on. Let me try something. Neumann runs back to his room, and then he comes back and like just stares at you at the top of the stairway.
It's Bertie. You see Bertie.
Well,
You're
I've
looking
really
very
just got.
uncomfortable.
Yeah, I'm
Having
sorry.
just
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to work
downed
out
his
what
ale.
happened. I'm sorry if this is a little bit uncomfortable, but I hope this doesn't happen every morning.
I mean, I can't say that hasn't happened to people in the morning before, but that's more regret rather than anything. Cool. Well, this is fun.
Well,
Really
maybe it
great
was
morning.
just me.
Nice
Apologies.
ale.
Hey, Birdie, are you feeling better? You're looking better.
Thanks. It's great. Real kind of ya.
Really, I meant no offense.
Newman,
Yeah.
I am mental was not, so if you could kindly never do that again. Thank you.
I will absolutely try, as I have no intention, nor did I have intention in the first place.
Cool. Well, fun. So what are we doing? Yeah, having lots of fun. Looking around these cool people's house. I don't know much about all the hero stuff, but I take your word for it. It all looks really like fancy. Like you guys must be loaded, so must have done something right for yourselves.
We did good.
So noble. Just fantastic. Great. Real
But
cool.
yeah, so yeah, you guys are obviously quite successful, just judging from the place that we're currently in, the stories that you
Yeah.
told me last night, and all the stuff that you guys are wearing, and that staff that you had as well last night. That stuff is, from what I can tell, it looks quite sort of ornate, almost quite old as well, I'd say.
Oh, some of these items are some of the artifacts of the divine. Or says, oh, I've got a bow in the armory. Pretty nice piece of work.
Oh? Just sitting in the armory, not doing anything?
What I do these days, it tends to be a bit overkill, really.
Well,
Brody looks very nervously at Anya.
if you're not using it, how would you feel, committing it to a good cause?
And
Oh no.
so what are you guys doing at the moment? What's your,
Well,
That's
what
the
is
question.
your cause?
We're trying to stop a great evil from taking over the world and consuming the entire world and spilling onto this plane and all planes. A demon by the name of Zothram Tathara?
Yeah. Doing a good job too. We're real competent,
Wrong.
like everything.
What?
Roll?
Roll me a persuasion check.
Oh. Honor, I love you. That's a 24.
Oh man.
Nice.
She has really tasty persuasion.
You know what?
Oh,
I don't remember what Ux's
Scary,
bow was,
yeah.
but I was just like, it could be good.
It's quite good.
It is quite good. Yeah. It's been lying a bit dormant, so to speak, so it's not at full power. But yeah, he you know what? After breakfast, We'll come out to the armor. I'll grab it from the armory. Take you out to the shooting range. I will give it a go. Hey.
Oh, that would be delightful. Thank you.
See if the bow speaks to you. That's
So,
figure of speech. It's not a sentient bow at all.
Alright guys, what about this then? I just so happen to have a sword that's up for sale as well,
Oh,
if
no.
anyone's keen.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
A rapier, if anyone is dexterous here or anything like that. If you like the swords of the stabby variety instead of the slashings
Darby,
variety.
you know which character has to buy this. You know, because it's too funny.
I mean, I think I know who you're referring to. I'm gonna play into it and see if that's who you agree with me. I'd be interested. You see Jarl speak up.
Alright,
What
well,
kind of things can it do?
As all
Well-
Jake's characters.
basically, depending on what I believe is the seasons, it changes its powers, some of which are quite powerful. Sometimes I would find myself doing fire damage, psychic damage, and quite a bit of it. So yeah, it was quite an impressive weapon at the time. However, I did I did stab it with a knife, a special knife, and it took away. I wouldn't say it took away its powers, but it reset it back to how I got it originally. Which it's not quite as powerful, but if you work with it, it could absolutely turn into a very powerful weapon.
Do you
Would like
mind-
to take a look at it?
Do you mind if I have a look?
Yeah, absolutely.
And you see him rifle through one of his like a pouch that he has and produce a pearl.
All right. So Neumann carefully, very carefully, takes it out of his bag of holding. It is wrapped in lots and lots and lots of cloth.
All right.
And then he takes it onto the table and he unwraps it, being careful not to touch the
Yeah.
sword. And he goes, "Now, I will warn you, this thing's a little clingy.
All right.
So just be very careful when you're taking a look at it. Probably at a distance, I'd recommend."
All right. And he spends a minute casting Identify. He's like, "This is a cursed sword."
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's very clingy. Basically, what happened with me is I had the sword and I couldn't get rid of it. But it treated me very, very well. But I did start getting like weird dreams. I ended up fighting myself in dream. That was very interesting. I'm not sure if you've ever seen aberrations of yourself or
Oh, you are
anything like
speaking
that,
to the right person, mate.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, this might be perfect for you then. I don't know. But yeah, so basically, I believe it has something to do with this is called Titania's Needle, by the way.
Yeah,
linked
yeah,
with
I gathered that from
the Fae.
the Identify. Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, from what I'm gathering from the sword, the curse actually doesn't extend to elves and gnomes, such as myself, or in fact anyone of Fae lineage.
Which is exactly
Damn
why
it.
I'm confident that this would be perfect for someone like you, or perhaps Anya. Actually, would you be interested in this? I know you use rapiers from time to time.
Look, the closest thing to the Fae world that I would like to get is Bertie. Okay? So the gnome can have it.
And that's not, yeah, that speaks for itself, really. So, yeah.
Well, what have I got here that... You know what?
I mean, this sword has treated me very well, and I
Yeah.
guess I do have a little emotional attachment to it, but probably more emotional trauma than anything. And he just starts laughing, like, really creepily.
What have I got? What have I got?
In other words, exactly like Bertie.
Yeah. who is emotionally traumatized, as far as I can find as a player.
I have
A lot of
I
bad
have-
stuff happens to Bertie.
Yeah.
I have got this. It's not as fancy as Us's bow, and it's not as big either. It's only a short bow, but I got this this. It's in the armory as well, but I got this bow that I made up myself all those years ago.
Not what I expected, but oh, rightio. Well, it just so happens that and he brings out his bow, which I believe is a short bow. Let me just quickly double check that. Yeah, it's just a regular old short bow. He's like, I'm sort of I rarely use this actually. I'm definitely more of a melee fighter. I usually find myself in the thick of it actually. But I mean, I wouldn't mind having something a little
Yeah.
extra as a backup, perhaps.
Well, it's nothing fancy, but it does a little bit of has a bit of a punch to it.
Oh, really? He has a look at it. And hang on, does he have identify prepared?
So yeah, you're eventually like
I do not.
anyone who wants to go to the armory and shooting range is eventually taken to the armory and subsequently the shooting range. And yeah, so Anya, you are handed the wild bow, this very ornate like it almost looks like it formed naturally from branches and other natural elements, and Neumann, you are handed this short bow that is, it looks mostly like a standard store-bought short bow, but it's got some jewels kind of built into the grip.
This actually looks like something I would probably attempt to make myself. Definitely a little bit more on the sort of natural side of things, more magical side. But damn, like I feel like we've got great minds, you, me.
Yes, yeah. See how you feel about it.
Yeah, you've like magically enhanced this. This is actually really interesting.
I first enchanted that when I was in the jungle of Tokka.
Oh, fair enough. I'm guessing you had a fair bit of travel time on your hands there. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big
Couple of
place, that
weeks.
area. Yeah.
So
Damn. Yeah. No, this is quite nice.
yeah. So we'll have Neumann try a couple of shots first, while I try to find the right stat block for the wild bow.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there are an array of targets set up in the shooting range.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so if you would like to try to make a shot at them, you can.
Sure, he will. Is there anything he can do quickly? No, he's just going to use it. Excuse me. So perfect. He's going to take one shot, which he rolls a natural 17.
All right. Yeah. So you hit the target. It's not quite center, but it's a pretty good shot. And as it impacts, you hear this thunderous boom as the target is pushed back. The target and the target on either side of it are pushed back 10 feet.
Interesting. Rightio. Wow. Okay, that does have quite a punch to it. I see what you mean. I really, really do. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. This is quite nice. Yeah, and it's just a short bow as well. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
So
He has a feel of it. Does it feel like it needs attunement?
no.
Alright.
No. It's only a simple enchantment, so it doesn't really require attunement. Anya, so finding this version of the wild bow, so roll me an attack. Use what it would be currently is essentially your oath bow +2.
Ooh, That's a 31.
Whew. You hit the bullseye.
Yeah.
And as you pull it back, you notice it doesn't really take too much to the arrow, but there is a slight hint of radiant energy to it, and almost a kind of appearance of doubling to the arrow, like almost as if there's two arrows slightly out of phase with each other in reality. Of course, like, you're not attuned to it, so it doesn't
Yeah.
go any further than that, but
Once she's sort of shot the arrow, she whistles and she turns to us and she's like, "This is a very nice bow.
oh, the wild
How
mother
did-
clearly wants you
Why
with
is
this.
this?"
This was, if memory serves, this was in the Feywild when I found it.
Oh.
Held on to by...
Oh.
Well, actually, Anya, I know you didn't want anything to do with the Feywild, actually. So
Yes, that
if you
is
want me
exactly
to take
what
that
I
off
was
your
thinking.
hand, I would
It is
happily
not-
take it off you.
It is not from the Feywild, it was simply being, shall we say, hoarded by some hags there.
Oh, so it's not fey in nature then.
No, it is divine in nature. It was a gift to a champion of Galliel, the Wild Mother.
Oh. No, I will definitely, if you will trust her with me, I would take good care of her and return her, obviously, once our journey is completed.
Feel free to keep it. Just promise that you will pass it on to another worthy adventurer one day once your duty with it is complete.
Oh.
I will make sure that it does get passed on once I am done with it. Whether it is me doing the passing or not, I may be stuck inside the ring for all eternity at that point. But it will get passed on.
Oh, Hemo's got one of those.
And it sort of shrugs.
Let me find your character sheets in these tabs. Neumann, you now have a where is it? So I'm just you now have a greater thundering short bow. And Anya,
Wow.
you now have the enhanced version of the wild bow.
Jeez. Barry's just kind of like watching from the fringes, like
Yeah.
just sipping on his flask or something, like, huh.
I didn't really expect to get something like this. Actually, this is actually really nice. But I mean, like, I sort of feel bad. And he like leans into Joel and he's like, I sort of feel like we're leaving our friend out a little bit. Is there perhaps something I can buy off you guys as well, or do you have anything
Aw.
suited for like a spellcaster? Like, it doesn't have to be equipment, just something like potions or.
I legitimately cannot remember any equipment that Crack Wizard had because it was all just him. He was the creature.
Sounds like an interesting character.
any of that is with him wherever he
right.
is.
Yeah.
The great
That's a
mystery.
very ominous statement.
Yeah.
So
He's a very ominous dude.
Interesting.
you're not much of so Hemo steps forward as like as one of the casters there. So you're not much of a combatant, are you?
Birdie like just holds out his arms like a T pose. Is like, yep, you can tell that, can you?
I mean,
I know my strap and bod is not made for the fighting kind of combat, if you know what I mean. And he winks at him.
Yes, but
Uncomfortable. Yeah.
look at me, and he
Funny
displays
joke.
himself, and he's not scrawny, but he's
How attractive is he?
He had party hotness.
Yeah.
Joel was
Okay.
the only one who didn't.
Yeah.
But he
Sorry.
does appreciate looking at him as he gestures to himself.
I am not a
I'm looking. Yeah.
I am not a strong figure. I
Well.
I have the ability to let my my force of will and personality guide my weapon.
Oh well, that's me. Full of personality, Mr. Yeah, Mr. Personality. They call me sometimes. Yeah. Yeah. Who needs muscles anyway? I mean, nice to look at, but you know.
This is- I have
Yeah. Cool.
If you would like to learn of such a thing, I could offer you something that was gifted to me to help me down that path.
Are you saying I'm not full of personality already? I
No,
kinda hurt.
I'm seeing that you have plenty of personality, and if you
Very tactful, yes.
and you could utilize that in much a similar way that I do to make up for any deficiencies in physical strength.
Well, yeah. sounds really cool. I like the sound of that. Yeah. Love to be more useful to people after all.
I mean, if you would prefer something else, I'm sure there is something else we could find, but
Well,
Yes.
yeah.
there is this blade that started me down that path.
Okay.
And he displays a falchion.
Okay. Brody looks at the blade with one eyebrow raised.
And there is there's a sort of crackling lightning like magic infused within the blade.
Okay, very powerful looking
And-
sword there. Well, thing.
And
Pointy thing. Yes.
the pommel seems to be a gem that is like it seems to have a storm cloud almost within it.
Huh. Interesting. Okay, well, looks really cool. It also looks very valuable, which is what I like.
This is not something that I'm going to pass on to you if you are going to sell it.
I was saying anything about selling. I like looking at valuable things. It's just I got an eye for it, you could say.
Okay. I will say, if you want to, if you want to learn more of the abilities that I speak, seek out Rembor the Quintessent.
Brady writes that down in his little ledger book.
And he passes
Awkwardly.
you the sword.
Okay. Brady looks at it very suspiciously, raises his eyebrow again. Okay, cool. Fetch quests, love that. Great. Yeah, cool. I will use it well, of course. Thanks. Brady still was quite perplexed by this entire exchange. But yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's quite a good looking sword there, actually. I
I
never
guess
took
you
you
like
for the
swords.
sword.
Well,
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I've never taken you for a sword kind of person.
Well, I have.
Anya snorts from like across the field with a passive perception. She probably overheard.
Yeah. I mean, you're
I've
not
handled a
that
few of
far
my
away
time,
either,
Neumann. That's
so, yeah.
true. Yes, yes.
Unless
Newman-
it's
pretty
while you've
skilled,
gone
actually.
to collect your arrow.
She's
Not to
gone to collect her
brag.
arrow.
Yeah.
Newman's gone to pick up a target and bring it over to Birdie.
Uh,
Give it a shot. Give it a
Oh.
shot.
oh, that kind of. Yeah. Haha. Yeah, sure. That kind of swordplay. Absolutely. Yeah, sure. He rolls up his sleeves and holds up the little sword menacingly at his target.
I mean, I could summon one of my my training apparitions.
That's so cool. Let's go. He stabs it.
It's all right. Roll me an attack. So, how would that be for
17 I rolled. Whatever the add-on for that would be.
Damn.
Now the question is, do you have proficiency with
Probably not.
no. So it would be -1. So
Yeah.
yeah, so 16, which is a hit.
Yeah. Yeah, good, good. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Little stab from a tiny little elf man.
Mm.
He like just kind of stabs his like, yeah, cool, see? As I said. He like pulls it out the thing. I know my way around this kind of stuff.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I have to admit, it does make you look very badass.
I don't know how to take that, but yeah. Thank you, Neumann. Cool. Love having shiny things. A little sword is always cool. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Thanks, hero people, for that and your service, I
No
guess.
problem. Just promise you'll do good with it.
Well, I can promise that, yes, for sure. That's me. I am
well,
the
thank you.
goodest, yes.
All right.
Thanks, everyone. Well, I have to admit, this has actually been very, very nice. We haven't really had hospitality this nice for quite some time. Not ever since we saw Parenthea, actually. So,
We literally just stayed with Ross.
oh,
Like for a whole
yes.
week.
yes, true. But like, I consider Ross part of us now. Like, yes,
Oh,
it
yeah?
was great hospitality, but as far as I'm aware, Ross is just another part of the team at the moment.
There are many tavern owners who will also be very upset, I am sure.
Yes, but we paid them,
It's true.
and we are
This is
paying
true.
these people with smiles, good stories, and cursed swords.
You're right, and we're not paying a cent otherwise. Yeah, I think that's actually very hospitable. Thanks so much, guys. Really appreciate it. Honest.
anytime.
But yeah,
Great.
You're good folk.
I'd like to say look after that cursed sword, but it's cost me a lot of pain and sadness. So do whatever the hell you want with it.
He means it's been very useful to him. Please don't give it back.
I'll see what I can do with it.
It'd be a good prank.
You're not wrong
Oh,
there.
boy.
Oh no.
Cool.
And then Newman like turns around, flicks his cape away. He's finally gotten rid of that goddamn
Oh
thing.
my god.
With his new bow in hand, he marches out the front doors,
Why are
waving
you the
goodbye.
charlatan? Jesus.
All right.
Oh wow. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So
Cool.
guys, what do you want to do now? I've actually had a really fun time here. But to be honest, I'm sort of starting to get a little bit homesick. I'd like to go see our friends again now. Plus, I want to show them this really cool armor. Like, what is
Oh,
Vola
yeah.
gonna say? What is Athena gonna say when they see this?
Yeah, true. They're gonna really like. It's gonna be real cool for them. That's true.
Do you reckon that elf lady would like it as well? You know, the real young one. Well, young by elf standards. Bianca, I believe her
Oh,
name was. Yeah.
Yeah,
Reckon she'd like
Bianca,
it?
I think it was.
She's only half elf, so her age is closer to yours than it is to Bertie's or Anya's.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I don't know her very well after all.
Oh,
Hmm.
okay. Yeah. Fair enough. Sorry. Yeah. But yeah, no, just I want to show it off. So, did you guys have anything in mind, or I might just head back?
Uh,
We should probably, at some point, return to trying to save the world, I guess.
that would probably be good, yes.
Do you guys need to pick up any more bottles of wine, any food, do some more shopping? Oh,
Well,
how was that gentleman going to get in contact with us about that custom-made piece of work you were
Braxton.
getting?
yeah,
True.
Braxton. So, yeah, he's gonna message me. I think he said it was about a week, so I guess like 6 days from now, I suppose, by now. Yeah.
All
So,
right.
like, yeah, but he's back in Durham, so that's kind of a little way away, unfortunately.
So,
Yeah,
Again,
absolutely,
kind of-
absolutely. I completely understand. But yeah, no, I'm very keen to get that stuff as well.
the
I
What about
don't
you,
diadem,
Anya?
know.
the diadem was, I believe, towards the end of the week, so
Yeah.
a couple
Yeah.
of days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has been a couple of days, hasn't it? Or has it been one
It's
day?
It's been one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been one
Okay.
night. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I do have to wait for the diadem, but I suppose we can debrief the team while we are here.
Yeah, and I gotta see Mulesy, I guess. So, like, I mean, how's my little boy doing it without, like, me around? Probably just weeping into his hay. Hmm.
So that's
Poor
Fun
Musey.
times.
I don't feel like we give him enough attention. He
Yeah.
literally pulls the team.
It's It's true.
He deserves more praise. You know what? What's Mulesy's favorite food?
I feed him croissants a lot. He seems to eat them.
Alright,
I did have a druid
that-
try and like talk to him once. Like I asked like the druid to get him to ask like his pronouns and like what sort of food he likes eating, but he kind of was like on the food thing. So like but yeah, probably sweet things. I think
Neumann bolts off back to where the pastries and
he
the
just ran
desserts
off.
were,
Okay.
and he comes back probably like 3 minutes later with a whole bunch of croissants, like a whole bag of them. How much would that cost, Darby? Like by bag, I'm talking about like think of like a sack tied on the end of a stick.
we'll say
We're-
about 3 gold.
3 gold. All right, I'll go write that on my sheet.
So are you waiting around a couple of days to get the diadem, or are you going and then coming
I'd
back
like
on
to,
the day
yeah.
for the diadem?
Oh, the Rook's diadem. Yeah, sorry, I completely forgot the
all
Either
good.
or.
cute
Yeah.
diadem.
all
I
good.
don't
thing,
mind.
yeah.
Whatever
Yeah.
works for everyone.
I'm cool to stick around if we wanna.
Maybe
same
we
here.
can spend the last couple of days just relax by the lake here. Is this what kind of town is it here again, Dobby?
It's
We
a
never
s-
really explored this town as our
it's-
previous characters.
yeah,
Not
it's-
to a huge
No, it's a city, and it's not too far from the coast.
Maybe we
So-
can have a beach day or something. Go to
Yeah,
the bar.
that would be great. I mean, yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool. I like, after all, I got my swimsuit, so it'd be awesome. Yeah, beach day sounds great.
I do kind of wish that the others were here for a beach day, though.
I
Well,
agree
if you'd
100%.
I could go get them if you'd like.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
all the guys
I'll
waiting
learn
on the
all
other
them.
side.
Yeah. Elfina, yeah. Them.
No,
Fina,
I
Bowler,
meant
and the
more
rest of the
like-
team waiting for us, or
I meant more like Rook and Caius.
You know, the
and
hot
Ross.
ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
oh,
But the bowler isn't, I've been there. It's yes, but
You have?
Oh, I thought that was obvious.
Oh,
Confirmed.
it's all making sense now.
I was getting those like, you know, he makes a very strange.
We are just good
obscure
friends.
gesture.
Like it's. We are
Yeah.
both aware that we are not of each other's fancy.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. I've been there, sister. So fair. Yeah, we should. Yeah, well, we can take some time. We want to make sure that you get that little tiara for a certain someone. After all, he nudges like Neumann in the side, and winks.
Yes,
Neumann returns the wink.
the diadem for Rook. Yes.
Yeah. The special diadem. Yeah. No, we definitely have to make sure we get hold of that. Yeah, sounds great. I'm sure we can while away some time before we, worry about like the world ending and stuff like that.
Maybe I will have a chat to this blacksmith, see if he will throw in like a cufflink or a necklace or something.
Rook would look good
anonymous
with cufflinks.
from a
yeah,
certain someone to a certain buff human that I know.
Cool. Where are we walking now? There's like, cool. This conversation's over
At that moment, almost as if by some weird divine
God.
confluence, you hear a voice in your head, a very familiar voice, a voice that conveys
No.
the very buffness that Anya was trying to evoke.
Oh no.
Hello, Bertie. It's me, Caius. I got your letter, but I was a bit busy at the time. Could you bring your mailman back? Send.
But he goes suddenly, but it's like, anyway, let's. Then he like goes really still, and his ears kind of prick up, and then he goes very, very pink from like the tips of his ears, like spreads across his entire face. You're like,
See, I was joking. It is fine. I wouldn't do that.
yeah. Oh, cool. I gotta, cool. You guys like discuss where you guys want to go now. I'll just be a moment, okay?
Oh, I really didn't mean to embarrass him that much, Neumann.
Red like ducks behind a little alleyway, like again looking very flustered.
I guess can Neumann like try and make sense of this? Can he attempt to sort of link the dots?
Roll me an Arcana check at disadvantage.
Sure, I'll take that.
And while Newman's pondering,
That's really good. That is slightly worse, but 19.
19. It seems to be like the kind of reaction you've seen Bertie, or I'm not sure if you've seen Bertie use sending before from off the top of my head, but definitely others using sending, the kind of reaction they tend to have when they're on the receiving end of a sending.
Alright. Well, I guess, yeah, as Bertie runs away, Newman's like, I'm pretty sure they just got a sending message or something. I think from seeing Bertie go pink, I feel like I have a feeling... Yeah, look, I know exactly what's going
that is very
on.
convenient timing.
Yes,
Oh, no.
that was absolutely very convenient.
Oh,
I hope
no,
this conversation
Newman.
doesn't turn like the last one did, though.
Oh, no.
Do you think they've been
Meanwhile,
like I was
Oh,
joking
no.
before? Do you think they've been sending
Oh, no.
secretly?
Oh, my
that's cute.
God.
meanwhile, back with Bertie.
Yeah. So again, Buddy is like, found some dirt in the alleyways, like made the little marks with his toe heel of his boot, and thrown some coins down. And while he's doing that, he's kind of got like his fingers to his I can't remember his temple. I'm pretty sure it was. And he just says, "Hey guys, just coming right up. Don't worry about rushing for a reply, but thanks. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Talk soon." And then he like sends like I don't know, he someone's like the little air elemental who's just like, hey, go grab something from him, okay? Thank you.
And
And then
it
beats him off.
kind of whips around and disappears.
Yeah, excellent. And Brady ducks his head back around the corner. Oh, anyway, I'm fine now. Hi, yeah, cool. Yeah, all done. Ha ha ha. Cool.
Anya looks at Newman and smirks.
Newman has a massive grin on his face.
I am uncomfortable with the expressions the people are having right now.
Newman notices this but winks anyways.
And
But
at
like
that
the
moment,
same wink he returned when you were talking about Rook.
and at that moment, the courier reappears.
Oh.
No.
Cool. What is it holding? Like a letter, I guess?
Uh,
Why am I talking
Mitch?
Birdie's voice?
So, the courier is holding a slightly crumpled piece of parchment with it's just full of text. The first paragraph is very jumbled and it's thick text and it looks like a 5-year-old has written it. And then the rest
that's
of it
incredible.
is very fine, very even spacing. So you get the idea that Caius has started to write and then someone has seen him under duress and has taken over.
I guess like Birdie is like taken and he's just like he's probably like hunched over looking at this, but you guys are much taller than he is, so yeah.
Anya kind of like peeks without like she's not trying to sneak, but she's like,
Yeah.
She can see like maybe a couple of words and
Yeah,
she's like
roll me a perception.
nods.
Roll me a perception check.
Nat 20. You
and a
read the entire
stealth-
thing
and a
before
stealth
Bertie.
check to determine like how sneaky you manage to be.
So the perception is 17, and the stealth is 24.
24. So you're able to pretty like you can't get all of it, like, but you're able to set yourself up in a spot where you
Get the
can
gist.
see
Yeah.
most of it.
Yeah, because imagine Birdie's very intently reading this now. So he's not paying as much attention to you guys or to whoever's observing anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, excellent. And yeah, what does it say? I suppose.
Okay, so it starts out in very big bold letters of "Hello, Bertie. I completely understand about the magic. Mine sometimes doesn't work properly either. I don't like the sound of those wizards you're talking about. They sound pretty bad. I do hope the heroes you're looking into offer some form of aid to the people of Karas. I look forward to seeing the new set of armor Neumann has donned, and I'm sure I'll get to see it in action at no time at all. Anyways, I am fine. I apologize for the message I sent earlier through the spell. It probably made it sound like the situation was worse than it actually was. Nothing to worry about. Everything went according to plan. A few daring adventurers and I tracked down the culprit and sorted the problem out quick smart. The message I sent was just a bit jumbled because of the evil magic aura left behind from the assassin. It scrambles up any messages that were sent telepathintically. And then in brackets, see, "Hi, Sybil here. I think he means telepathically. Hoping you're all well, and hope to see you soon. Caius V. Silvius." And Sybil, and then the initials of PTO.
Brady's like again, like very pink. He's kind of like grinning, but then he turns around to like sort of see, make sure that no one's like looking over his shoulder.
I mean, at that point, you probably see Anya.
Do I catch them? Do I catch her? I don't know what
roll me a
Newman's
stealth
doing.
check to see if you kind of get out of the way as he's turning.
What's 15 plus 12? Is that?
Oh
You
my
manage-
God.
You manage to avoid. Like, it's that thing in like the movies and
Yeah.
TV where they turn their head and you shift your body like to match their movement.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Newman's just like squatting down in front of you, waiting for you to say something. Like squatting down with like his hands on his knees, like waiting eagerly
Boy.
for something to come up. But he's also staying completely completely neutral in the face. He can see what's happening, but he's staying completely neutral. He's not
It's
going to give
incredible.
away the fact that Anya is like right behind you.
After, well, having checked, but he's like, well, and then looks back at the letter and just like, again, like he looks at like the very big, bold, thick, yes, not as formal hand. Please do not. Oh no, bad phrasing. Very informal handwriting, and he kind of grins. Oh no. He thinks about the
Sorry,
no.
I just picked up
Oh
what
no.
Dummy was laughing at.
Oh dear. And then yeah, he kind of like reads over it again, and then I suppose like curiously turns the page over to have to just check the back cursively.
So, as you turn the page over, you do see that there is more text there.
Oh, okay.
None of Caius's bold writing, and it's the same writing as whoever was scribing before.
Okay. Interesting.
You read, "Hi Bertie, it's Sybil. I'm one of Caius's sisters. We've never met, but Caius speaks of you very highly. He tells Vashti and I all about how you've been teaching him to harness his magic, and we all thank you for being such a strong friend and mentor in this time. Caius constantly talks of you and the rest of the party, and I believe it has done him the world of good to travel with you all. However, due to current events, I fear his well-being has taken a turn for the worse. As I'm sure you're aware, Caius is a very proud man, and as such is not fond of admitting when he needs help. We all struggled with the loss of our father, but Caius took the loss especially hard. He hasn't spoken about it openly, but we believe that he blames himself for his father's death. I can't say too much, for it wouldn't be right for me to do so, but the assassin was someone known to him. It took a heavy toll on Caius, and, while he again won't admit it, he very nearly died if it wasn't for some magical intervention. Caius believes it was one of us, but none of us have the skill to cast such a powerful healing magic. I know not what this means, but we will be looking into it. While Caius maintains that he's fine, I worry that he is too stubborn for his own good and will refuse any help offered by his family. Hopefully, he will be willing to open up to his friends. I'm not asking you to drop everything and care for him. All that I'm asking is, if he does return to your little adventuring group, you keep an eye on him. Many thanks and kind returns, S.J. Silvius."
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh no! So Barry's kind of looking like he's like, oh wow, Caius sent me a letter. He's like reading through, he's like quite fond, and then he kind of like turns it over and just like does that sort of like where you're very like he suddenly just goes very stiff and still while he's reading it like a lot more intently, I suppose. And like, oh yes, yeah, his little like his ears prick up kind of thing, and yeah, he kind of like folds that really quickly and like and then turns around again.
Anya, stealth check.
Anya,
Unless-
no, Anya, when she finished reading the letter,
Oh my god.
whenever Bertie was processing his reaction to the letter, she just kind of turned away guiltily because she was like, I should not have been reading this. I should not have been reading this. That was too personal. So she's kind of like
Still roll,
awkwardly
still
turned
roll me a
away.
stealth check
jeez.
to
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's
18.
18.
Oh my god, Anya. It's incredible.
Bertie would just
That's pretty low for her.
wait a second. Passive. No, that's just enough to beat Bertie's passive perception.
Of course. Yeah, so like Bertie like again like was like, oh my gosh, you guys. And then like while he's done reading the letter, he's just kind of like a lot more like serious. And he kind of like turns around looking a lot more like worried, I suppose. Which he then like kind of like literally like slicks his hair back and like turns back to the like to Anya, and is Neumann still squatting?
Yes. Yes.
He turns around. He just kind of like opens his coat and just kind of like shoves the letter in the coat. He's like, yeah, cool. That was just a personal letter. Fun. Haha. Nothing to do with anything we were talking about right now.
And he's
Great.
just like, yes, of course. Your letters are your personal business. We should continue on.
Both of you
yeah.
rolled deception checks. Bertie at advantage because yours is technically just stretching the truth. Yours is a lie
I'm
of
glad that was
omission.
I'm so glad that was
But it's a straight roll
advantage.
because you have disadvantage because of the
Oh,
first level
God
of exhaustion.
damn it. So it's a
11.
3. I rolled a
11.
3.
That's
Oh
three.
no.
So yeah.
By the way, if anyone was watching and saw me roll twice, it's because I was swearing to God that Darby was going to say at disadvantage for Anya. Don't know why, so I just took the first roll, which was an
Yeah.
8.
So like a whole 7 altogether. So
Both-
we lying.
Both of you are acute. All three of you are acutely aware that the two of you are either lying or at least not telling the whole truth.
That's fair. Yep. Cool. Yeah, real funny. Yeah, we'll have to get that a little special tiara for Rook. Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
Wow, you guys made this really awkward.
And I think that's where we're gonna leave it for this week.
Oh my god. Incredible. Wow, that's fun.
And we'll kind of speed run through your couple of days, a couple more days in Ketathil, unless there's anything you want to kind
All
of
good.
zoom in on
Nah.
at the start of next
That's
week.
fair.
I think
Yeah.
we've had enough
yeah.
holiday time.
Yeah.
I think I need
Playtime's over.
I think I need to double check how many days I said in the last session
Yeah, I
that
can't remember that
diadem
one.
was going to take.
I remember
know
that
it was-
Braxton had a thing, but
I know
yeah.
it was definitely by the end of the week. I just can't remember whether it was like how many days I said.
Yeah,
Yeah,
isn't
I
it
think-
lucky we have a podcast? We can listen back
Yes,
to previous
yes.
episodes.
I want to check something just real quickly. This entire time, has it been very quiet down the street because everyone's been running away from us as we walk down the street?
yeah, true.
Yeah, so not everyone's running away. Like some people
Oh
are making
my-
their wisdom saves,
What?
but like
What's going
It's
on?
not running away either. Like Bertie, you would have noticed that like as you're walking the street, a lot of people are making there are a lot of people, not everyone, but a lot of people who are making a
Aw.
concerted effort to give you a clear berth. And
So
it
I guess,
tends
like-
it tends to happen when they
Aw.
reach, like when they get within about 30 feet of you.
So Barry just like was like already looking quite guardedly dejected, I suppose, while we were pattering along making this small talk before he gets his letter as well. Like, what? Okay. I mean, I haven't been to this place before, so it's surprising you
Yeah.
got a bad reputation here, but who knows? Maybe I street down the street like, last night or something like that last time. But yeah, cool, great, interesting. That's really disconcerting personally.
Mhm.
Great, cool, fun times. Sure, everything will turn out just fine.
All right.
Thanks
so,
for listening, guys.
yeah. Thanks for listening.
Thank
See
you
you
for
next
Good
time.
listening.
week. See you next week.
See you.
Bye.